We are now live. It's a time machine. Hiya, John. How you doing, mate?
Oh, all right, matey.
I'm just going to check that I'm waiting for this coming up on me YouTube. Oh, there we go. Let's mute that. Just going to check. Yeah, I've muted my YouTube. Have you muted your YouTube?
I'm muted as well.
It's all working. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're live. Yeah. It's just a random stream, guys and gals. I have had the man flu from from Christmassy time actually, and it's been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So who is all in this evening? This will be interesting to find out. We have a lot of American viewers that pop in from time to time. It's currently 5:44, as in 5:44 in the morning in the UK.
Yep.
John, your head is looking rather shiny.
Yeah, I had an argument with a lawnmower.
A lawnmower? What was it? 2-stroke or 4-stroke? So yeah, thanks guys. If anybody actually does tune in, I think we've got about 2 viewers. Well, let's see. Let's click all the different things. Let's click this thing. Is that a better thing? Hello, it's me and John, aka Gordon's Live. It's 3 sheets. So we're just sitting here in our time machines. You know, the wee TARDIS, and yeah. We're sitting here in our time machines thinking about where Doctor Who might go this year. So, yeah, I'm being a twat. Right, I'm just looking for the chat. I've got the chat up, and there is nobody chatting. So, as I say, it's a random feed. I'm kind of putting feelers out because I haven't done a feed since... Well, when was the last week, John? Was it Hogmanay?
Hogmanay, yeah.
Did a wee feed in Hogmanay, and there was a lot of people joined in and had a bit of fun. Thinking of going forward this year with some more live streams, but I'm not quite sure who would tune in. I'm just going to blow my nasal passages. Was that you? Yep. So not quite sure where to go forward in the new year of 2020. We're into. Can you remember back, John? 2020 was like the sci-fi. Oh Christ, I'm thinking back to Space Odyssey 2001. But yeah, 2020. So we're into a new year. I'm trying to get back to the bench. This gentleman is persuading me to stick bits of plastic together, and I'm like, oh, okay. So if you have tuned in, the whole 3 viewers that we've got, it's like, I'm on the whole of the internet, and where is everybody? Christ. Yeah. So I appreciate this time in the morning. It will be mostly American viewers and possibly some Australian viewers who, it's a shame they've got all these fires and things going on. So it is, as I say, it's just a random pop it up. Anybody joins in, be on for about maybe about an hour, and see who pops in to say hello. So predominantly myself and John are both styrene fanatics. We make models out of styrene plastic. So yeah. Oh, we're down to 2. It's just me and you, John.
Yeah.
So yeah.
At least we know it's working.
Yeah, we're just trying it out. So what should we put the topic of discussion on, John?
Good question.
Time travel would be a good one.
Well, we're in a new decade, aren't we?
We are, yes. So how does a doctor travel from time to time? And does it involve flux capacitors? I actually have, just for those that are into capacitors, I have an electrolytic capacitor here. Do you think if I charge this electrolytic capacitor up with enough voltage that we could possibly make a cup of tea? Ken Sturrockson, how you doing, Ken? Happy New Year afternoon, Terry. Yeah, Ken's from down under. How you doing, mate? Yeah, we're kind of struggling here, Ken. We need some conversation and topics to try and entice more people in.
Oh,
In the meantime, I have a small glass. You probably noticed I've maybe had more than one small glass of vodka and cola. There's not much vodka and a lot of cola.
oh, you've got the TARDIS. Just knock on the door and ask the doctor what the future holds.
The thing is, I quite fancy the new doctor. She's quite pretty. She's a very pretty lady. I do like the new doctor, even though she's got a Mancunian accent. But should the Mancunian accent mean anything? I don't know.
Yeah.
John's just sipping from his straw of vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're going into 2020. I think those of you guys that follow us, I've got the smooth scape and all the rest of it. Thinking about trying to do a little group build thing. Not quite sure how do you put forward a group build? Do you do it as sort of a specific tank or plane or whatever you want to build, or do you sort of generalize it as something that you built? Something for the 60s, 70s, 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s. Looking for feedback on that side of things. So, Ken, you've went afternoon, Terry, sitting in the afternoon, just popping a few shrimps on the barbie, or are you? I should actually ask, how are you doing in Australia? Because there's a lot of wildfires and stuff going on there at the moment. Are you safe, Ken? I hope you're safe.
Yeah, they're having it pretty rough down there at the minute, aren't
they? It is, yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's got so out of control. How are you supposed to control these things when it's on such a large scale?
Well, this is it. It's on an unprecedented scale, isn't it? I can't remember anything as bad as they've got at the moment.
I haven't heard anything. I mean, they were talking about, I'm trying to remember. All right, there's 20, 30 human casualties, but the whole sort of wildlife side of things, like koalas and birds and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 10 to 6 in the morning on Smooth FM, where we're moist. Ken's saying, all good down here. Closest fire is about 400 kilometres away. Is there any chance, Ken, that they'll come towards you, or are you pretty safe where you are? It is a bit worrying, actually, because it's a pretty major thing. I've never seen, as John's saying, never seen anything like it in the time that I've been alive. Anybody else that's tuning in well, I'm looking at the time on my clock. We are sitting here just coming up for 7 minutes to 6 in the morning. But I appreciate that some people might be from America or Australia or the Asian sort of continent. Predominantly, this is a model-making channel. Apart from, it's a time machine! Sorry. I do like Doctor Who. I did make a TARDIS. It's kind of hiding away back there. Just see. Okay, we're just trying to see if this thing still worked. So, people that might tune in later on that are not up at the same nocturnal time, are you eating something, John?
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Flapjack.
Jack's Flaps?
Yeah. Flapjack.
What kind? Is it like oat and cereal and syrup and a big box of 40? And it's like, yes, these are meant to slim you down. Yes, these are Slim Fast sponsored. Yeah. I'm jealous now because all I've got is like 3 bags of Watsits and a box of 6 tonics boobs. What do you call them? The tonics boobs? They're tonics. It's tonics boobs, isn't it?
You were the one that sat eating Doritos and chive garlic dip the other day.
That might have been myself, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking more sweet stuff like tonics. Tonics. Tonics, it's not boobs, it's tonics.
What about the snowballs?
That's the ones. Supposed to be snowballs, but I like small breasts. Oh, we're up to 4 viewers. Oh my God. Right. Anybody that is sort of going, why are there 2 people sitting here at nearly 6 o'clock in the morning, UK time, going, hello? It's because I don't sleep much. Neither does John. And yeah. Right. Actually, Murrays that follow the channel might realise that we occasionally do proper live streams. You got to do the yeah.
Tales of the unexpected.
That's the one with Joanna Lumley. Yeah. Thinking, not guaranteeing. Thinking about going back to a regular Saturday night live stream. Obviously, it's like making models and my attempts at. Yeah, I tried something earlier on with electricity and it didn't work because the electrons went no. But sort of, yeah, model making, electricity, that kind of thing. Also, vodka. But just trying to see if myself and hold on, it's that way. Hold on. Can I poke him in the head? Try to poke, or yeah. Myself and John and friends were a pop on a Saturday evening. Is there any audience for it? Would you like to see Saturday Night Lives with a smooth? I'm coughing away. I've still got man flu. Or smooth with man flu live on a Saturday.
Nah. You've got smooth flu.
So yeah. Right, the other thing on Smoothscape, thinking about trying to do a group build of some description. And when you're looking at a group build, myself personally, I look at how much money do people have. A tenner, maybe 15 quid might be a reasonable maybe 20 quid at the tops might be a reasonable amount to put towards a boot build. And then what do you put it towards? Do you say you must build a tank, must build a plane, or a car, or a motorcycle? Or then do you go to, should it be a certain year, or, you know? So looking at feedback from you guys, I mean, me personally, I will build anything as long as I could afford the base kit. I mean, what about yourself, John?
I'll build just about anything. I'll have a go at anything. But just finished the MiG-25 build.
That's quite a big plane, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're just chucking ideas about what do we do for the next one.
So the MiG-25 build that you did do, is that the one that you're painting at the moment?
No. So, the MiG-25 build's finished now.
Right. Okay. Can we possibly see the? Oh. Right. I'm just going to click on you, John. If I can figure out how to do it. That's me. That's not the right one. It's not that one. How did I click? I'm still trying to figure out this program. It's not that one. Oh, John, I don't know how to. Hold on, wait now. Can I? Hold on, wait now. There you go. You're on screen.
Yeah.
That's quite, zigzaggy. It's an interesting camouflage scheme.
Yeah, it's caused quite a few headaches, especially with all the masking.
So that's what?
It's Sukhoi Su-35 Flanker E.
So when did they go from MiG to the SU sort of thing?
They've both been running side by side.
Right.
And stuff, but the main ones is same as you say, the Sukhoi and the MiGs.
Are they two different companies?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So MiG's been like, I've got MiG-21, MiG-25, and then Sukhoi's. Is it Sukhoi? Sukhoi?
Yeah.
Has come in and went, I've got all these flankers.
Yeah, well, this is it. You got what MiG-3, which was the early World War II jobby, and stuff up to the MiG-29.
He said jobby. Sorry.
You've got the MiG-15, MiG-17, MiG-19, MiG-21.
So they're all MiG. So when did Sukhoi come into the sort of equation?
I think Sukhoi came in around about the 50s.
Way back then. So how come it's kind of like, if I'm thinking a Russian plane, I'll think of MiG before I think of sort of like the flankers and stuff?
I think Sukhoi brought out their one, I think it was an Su-7, I think.
Yep.
Round about the same time as the MiG bought the MiG-15 and stuff out. But the Su-7 and stuff is about the earliest I can remember. Su-7, yeah, Su-7.
So if I think back to my earliest time of building a MiG aeroplane, it was the conical nose. I think it was a MiG-21. The conical nose in the intake was the sort of iconic shape that I remember. That one. That's the one. But excuse me, 2 seconds. The one. Sorry, I'm still getting over man flu. The one I built was sort of an all metallic body.
Yeah, well, when the MiG-21 first came out to 15 and 17 and stuff, they were all over aluminium. Well, they were basically bare metal.
Right. Well, Ken's saying that's a nice build, by the way.
And stuff, but Sukhoi did the what's it known as?
Hold on a second. Let's get a look at this. So what one's that?
That's the Su-17.
I like the Sharks. Right, Su-17. What else is it known as? Anything else? Is it an Su-17 flanker or?
No, it says it's a fitter, I think.
Really nice looking plane though. So do you like your Russian planes then?
The thing is, when I first got into modelling, the only Russian plane you could get your hands on was the old ancient Airfix MiG-21 or the Matchbox MiG-21.
Yeah, it was MiG-20. I think a MiG-21 was the first one I built as well. Yeah.
But over the last, 5-10 years, you started to get the Su-27 come out. The later versions of the MiG-21, MiG-23s, the Su-24, the Su-34.
Have you actually seen any of these airplanes up close and personal?
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Sat in the MiG-29.
Oh, a 29. Mm. Well, by the way, Frankie goes to Hollywood. Good morning.
Yeah.
Frankie's in. How you doing, Frankie? Good morning.
Yeah, sat in a MiG-29 at Boscombe Down, sat in an Su-27 flanker at Boscombe Down.
So have they all got this sort of turquoisey blue sort of layout for the instruments and stuff, or is it not really? Because when you buy a model kit, I mean, I've got a kit, and it's like it just shows it all as a turquoise blue with black dials inside. It is kind of that colour then.
Yeah. The early MiGs were that colour. But the stuff see, that's the cockpit colour of the Su-27s and the flanker family.
Right. See the first one you showed, is that a particular make of paint or colour or Mr. Colour? That's a lacquer. Yep.
Yeah.
391. Yep.
We swap glasses.
Swap glasses? Do you have problems with your eyesight? Mm.
Semi-gloss interior, turquoise green Soviet. And that one, which is the blue, is semi-gloss interior blue Soviet. But they're basically the two.
There's only two colours, so one's quite a dark colour and the other one's a paler colour. Frankie's saying I'm tired, just got back to work. I hope it wasn't too hard a shift, Frankie. Frankie works. Frankie is one of our German viewers who works in the ambulance service, and yeah, I can imagine he's had a bit of a hard shift. So thanks for popping in. As I say, this is just me being random and basically saying to John, I know you're eating sausage rolls, but let's just do a wee live thing. Part of the reason for doing this, I know there's not a lot of people on at this time in the morning, and most of the people who will tune in, possibly from America. I mean, we're 6 in the morning. If we go back 5 hours, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for East Coast, and maybe about 9 or 10 o'clock for the West Coast viewers. Is trying to think about a group build thing, rather than just cars, motorcycles, and stuff like that. Again, I'm reiterating what we're thinking about. is if we were to do a group build, what sort of stuff? Should it be on a year basis? Should it be on a country basis? Or a particular genre like aircraft, tanks, or whatever?
Well, you've got Frankie in. If he fancied taking part in a group build, what would he fancy having a go at doing?
Yeah. The saying is his work hasn't been too hard today, but a long 12-hour shift. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it takes it down of you.
Basically, looking at feedback for you guys. Now, obviously, we're putting this video out at a silly time in the morning. We're now up to 6 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of the UK viewers will be tucked up tight in bed, listening to the wind and the rain rattling. But over in Smooth Cave, I'm thinking about we're into the new year. I've taken, was it 11 or 12 months off, John?
Well, it's getting on for 12 months now, isn't it?
Tried to get back into it, then got the man flu, unfortunately, over Christmas and New Year, and haven't put anything up at all. Thinking about encouraging you guys in a group build that there will be a prize. We'll work something out, but because I haven't done that, the last group build I did, John, I think was the one.
The bikes.
Was it 124 scale Beetle? What was the Beetle scale? 132nd, 124th?
No, that was the first group building. The last build was the Kawasaki, weren't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right, the Z9.
Yeah.
Looking at ideas for a group build that everybody can partake in, that doesn't cost too much, that is, try to figure out whether it's a year thing, whether it's built in Britain or Germany or whatever. Is it a tank thing? Is it a whatever? So basically looking for feedback in the comments section down below. What would you be interested in doing a group build on, whether it be sci-fi, anything? Just put your comments in and we'll have a little review of what everybody puts in and basically see what the general interest is. So yeah, I'm looking back at all my stuff and I'm just seeing bits of electricity kicking about, John.
Again.
Yeah. Have you built much?
The longest thing at the minute is the MiG-25.
The longest thing is a MiG-25. Notice it said it wasn't his penis.
Little Tomcat.
Oh, hold on a minute. Is that the one that was in Top Gun?
Yeah, F-14. Well, this is the D version, this is.
So what's the difference between the D version and the Top Cat version?
Basically, it's the engines.
Right, okay.
The engines and avionics in the rear cockpit and a few bits and pieces for the pilot up front.
Was anybody lost after avionics? Yeah. That's a nice plane though, John.
That's the Hobby Boss kit, that is. And
was it expensive?
I think it was about 19 quid. And
that's not expensive. That's a relatively cheap kit to buy. And was that 1/72nd?
That's the 1/72nd scale, and there's no filler in that.
Right. So it went together beautifully.
It's gone together. There was a couple of places where the plastic had warped a little bit, but just warped them up with a bit of hot water and pulled them back into shape. There's no filler in that at all. I haven't had to do it.
you do the hot water thing and actually put the plastic into the hot water.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Well, 9 times out of 10, I'll boil the kettle or run the tap and submerge the pot in either a wash bowl or a glass bowl.
Yeah.
With hot water for a few minutes.
So does it naturally go back to its shape, or do you have to sort of? Is it pliable enough that you bend it where you want?
With plastic and hot water, it depends on how thick it is and stuff. But 9 times out of 10 with plastic, all I'm doing for is to warm it up so I can pull it back into the shape I want it to be.
So you do that with your fingers?
Yeah, you pull it in or put a piece of tape or a clamp on it. But
so you would heat the part up and offer it to the other part where it doesn't fit, and then hold it there, or?
Yeah, well, basically, the only place that had a problem was where the intake trunkings go, because the back piece was narrower than the front piece.
Right.
So basically, I've just put the intake trunks in water, measured the width across the openings, and then put an adjustable clamp in. So, say if it was 15 mil across, I set the clamp to 15 mil, put it in the water, let it warm up, let it cool down on its own, take the clamp off, and 9 times out of 10 it stays in that shape. But I've built resin kits where the wings have been warped, really warped, and you put them in boiling or hot water, they go really floppy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. Styrene melts, is it about 160 degrees centigrade or something about that to actually melt it?
Yeah, something like
that. So if you're putting it at 100, it's enough to melt it to make it pliable, but it doesn't.
Oh, your tap water is usually around 70 or so, isn't it?
Not mine. Mine's is about 6 degrees, and that's enough to take your t-shirts off in Scotland. But yeah.
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, just ordering tap water's plenty hot enough. You just have to leave it in the water for a little bit longer for it the heat to penetrate.
Do you do that with a lot of kits?
Not really. The odd one now and again.
Frankie's saying his comfort zones are civilian cars. Right, okay, going on for the group build thing. He's never done a motorbike or a fighter jet. I'm not into jets myself. Motorbike. If we were to do a motorbike build, how many people would actually get into it? And should it be a certain genre? Should it be MotoGP or any motorbike? This is all things we're looking for feedback. I would love to do. I think if we're doing a group build on the Smoothscape, I think run it for maybe 4 or 5 months, because there's a lot of model makers that only do like a few hours now and again. I think 6 months is a bit long, but a good 4-month, maybe 5-month group build, but leave the subject matter a bit loose. So interested to see on what you guys would like to do regarding that. Now, moving forward, John, are there any new model releases that have caught your interest?
Yeah, well, I've just purchased.
Ooh. Is it an aeroplane or?
Oh, it's an aeroplane, yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait now. I'm just going to click on John for a second. VC-10. Should that not have a big radar thing on the top of it, like the?
No, that's the AWACS. This is the this was the RS refueling aircraft.
Oh, so that was a refueler, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite big.
So what scale's that? Is that 1/72nd?
Yeah, 72nd scale.
So it's almost like if you're building a Boeing 737 or.
Yeah, it's it's actually the same scale as the Airfix Nimrod.
And is the Nimrod not the one that has the wee sort of thing in the top?
It's got one on the top, but you're on about the AWACS with the big dish.
Yeah, yeah. I know nothing about aircraft. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a new release by Mark II, and it is flash riddled.
Mark II, is that the kit manufacturer?
Yeah. And it's full of ejector pin marks, but you won't see them anyway.
Okay, it's on the inside, yeah.
And it's got quite a few imperfections.
Oh Christ, you can see the join there, yeah, and yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's the only 72nd scale VC-10 on the market.
I remember the VC-10, I just can't remember what it did.
But yeah, it's a case. It's Flash City.
Ah, but then craft knife, sander.
Oh, you're not using the sprue, are you? You're using the kit parts.
That's right, yeah. So just send them around.
Quite a bit of flash around the undercarriage and on a lot of the parts, but a couple of swipes with the sander. Simply as you took. Sprue gates are humongous.
Wow, they're quite thick.
But
when you're thinking about leading edges of wings and that, they're going to take a bit of cleanup, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a limited run kit, and it's low pressure molding, so you get that sort of stuff.
Right. You've just referred on to something. I'm going, oh, low pressure molding. Is there high pressure molding?
Yeah.
And what's the difference? And why does it make a difference? And
the high pressure molding is basically your ordinary everyday run of the mill model kit.
Okay.
Because they're under high pressure, and that's still under fairly high. It's not as high pressure as a normal kit, and the molds aren't quite as polished as like Airfix, Minicraft, ICM, Polisher molds, Tamiya. That's the sort of kit that our class is one step above a VAT form.
Right, so you're talking about the basic kind of end of the market.
Yeah, I've built one or two VAT forms. The biggest VAT form I built was a 48 scale Vulcan. You've got to rescribe all the panel lines. You end up having to build the undercarriage because you don't get any cockpit detail. You have to build all of that. Where with a limited run injection kit like that, you get all the basics there, but they require quite a considerable amount of cleaning up before the parts are usable.
So you're talking about maybe spending 40 quid in a kit, but the kit isn't representative of what you want to build. So
that it's dog rough, but it's a VC-10, and with a few weeks' work, it can build into a cracking kit. But it was 70 quid.
You're talking about a few weeks and 70 quid. It's like because it's the only model of that plane that you can actually get then.
Yeah, the only other version, the VC10s, are backfall.
That sounds horrific. I have done a 2-part dial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie's going, oh, these are big beasts. What's the biggest aeroplane you've made, scale wise, or like just like physical size? And where the hell? I mean, I like a lot of airplanes. I mean, I like the propeller airplanes. As you know, I've got a lot of, is it 148? 148 scale stuff to build. And they're a reasonable size in themselves. And then you're talking about stuff that's bigger.
The biggest one wingspan was the 76 scale B-36 Peacemaker.
But you picked up a kit for a tenner that's bigger than that, did you not? The Strata Fortress. Is that the one you got for a tenner?
Yeah.
Right. So that's 1/72 scale.
Yeah, but the B-36 Peacemaker is bigger than that.
But how big is that one?
The fuselage is as big as the box.
Right. Right, you got that for a tenner. We've had the wee joke about you blowing down it. How long is that? About 3/4 of a meter? And then you've got the wingspan. You buy an aeroplane, you go, all right, it's so long, and then the wings come out.
79 centimeters.
Nose to tail.
Yeah.
What about the wingspan?
Wingspan 67.
That's a big bloody kit. You're talking about nearly a meter squared of aeroplane.
Well, I've got an A2 cutting mat, and it sits across it.
So what do you do after you've built a model that size and got all the detail and got it the way you want it? Where do you put it?
They either go on the shelf or hang them on the wall.
How big are your shelves?
Yeah. Usually I think my smallest shelves are about 18 inches deep.
That's a big plane.
Yeah.
So obviously people know that you do motorbikes and aeroplanes. Is there anything else that grabs your interest from time to time that you like? I know you like your sci-fi stuff a bit like me. You like sort of Star Trek and...
Yeah, Star Trek, Star Wars and stuff.
Anything else that... You ever done figurines or anything, John?
The last figurines that I did were the old Aurora stroke monogram illuminators, the glow-in-the-dark figures.
Right.
Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. They're the last figures that I did.
Are they quite hard to get hold of now?
Yeah, they're getting rarer and rarer, and they're getting more expensive and all. Because I've got Count Dracula, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I paid £50 each for them.
Have you built them yet?
I've just got the face, hands, and cloak to do on Dracula.
Right.
But the Creature from the Black Lagoon, I'm still having a job filling stuff because the molds and the warpage on the kits was unreal.
So are these resin kits or styrene kits?
Styrene kits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the old glow-in-the-dark ones. You used to get glow-in-the-dark hands and glow-in-the-dark heads, and glow-in-the-dark rats. But I have actually bought a figure, and it's the Mobius Invisible Man.
Oh, the Mobius one. Ooh.
The one with the bench and all the test tubes and stuff.
That sounds quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
Right, let me see. Now, I know that... Hold on. I'm just trying to see if I can get this working. I know that not many people will be on just now, but I think I shall do a little cave review, because there are a few people that have submitted photographs of some of their models, and I haven't been on since New Year. So please excuse me. I shall click on here. Oh, John's off to the side. You're very small. And I shall try and figure out how I do this again. No, that's not working. If I go into there and go... No, I'm trying to figure out how to do this again. Oh, is it share screen? I can't remember. Let's go into share screen. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Right, smooth cave, share. Okay, what are you seeing at the moment, John? Can you see
a little square?
A little square, right? Let's go on to. Here's me and you in a bigger square. There we go. Going to the smooth cave. And since the last time everybody asked about stuff, Frank, can you see this in a decent... I'm sort of flicking between stuff. That's a decent enough sized picture. See if I can work this out. So, my German friend Frank Catherwer has been working on a Ferrari 328 GTS from Hasegawa. I like the bike in the background and all that. He's quite good at his setting his pictures up. That's his current build. With, obviously, here's a box art of the kit. 124 scale Hasegawa. I wish I could get into the cars. It's never really been my thing. The engine detail, and I need to give it a go. I think I should give it a go. So that was Frank's working on a 328 GTS. Now, my friend from Hawaii, Daryl D. Now, yeah, some of you guys might be sitting there going, So he does a lot of nice resin busts. Work in progress, DXA Designs, Savage Landstorm. A few more touch-ups and she's done. Where would you want to do the touch-ups? Yes. Yes, a touch. That is absolutely... I would love to be able to afford figures like this. This is a model. It's not a real thing. This is all airbrushing. He has got a brilliant eye for it. I wish I was as good as that. Daryl's been working on that one. Again, Frank and his engine. Frank. Oh, Luke Carswell's been in. A long time no post. But it's completed build for 2019. Let's have a little look. Oh, I like that. A Spitfire beer and a Spitfire.
Right.
That's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what that one is, John? I'm not. Is it one of those? Luke's done a lot of the Afghan stuff. So is this one of these vehicles that have got the diamond-shaped bottom?
Yeah, I think it is. It's one of the Japanese self-defense force vehicles, isn't it?
Right.
But what
And
exactly it's for, I can't remember. I know what
that's
that is.
an interesting one.
Yeah, I've got that one, the Matilda.
The Matilda, is that a World War One?
World War Two. Was used in the desert, Queen of the Desert.
Okay. And his next one is, oh, that's nice. The underneath. Hurricane, I'd say that's a Hurricane, is it?
Yeah, Spitfire.
Shows you how much I know. That's a Lynx, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that one. It's got the props folded back on that one.
The plates folded with the suspension brackets.
Really, really nice. He's got a good eye for detail.
Yeah, fog covers on it.
What's that one? No clue.
It's either a Cromwell or a Churchill.
All the storage on the back.
I think it's a Cromwell. A Sea King.
The American.
Yeah, US Navy. What's it?
What's that one?
I think they called them a gun truck. It looks like a Vietnam era gun truck as well with the 50 cals on it.
I have no knowledge. Well, I like that one.
Yeah, that's a Charlie 1.
A Challenger 1, not a Charlie 2.
Yeah, it's a Challenger 1 from the First Gulf War.
Oh, that's one of these KV2, the fun kits.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
That's a Harrier.
Cool. What is it?
That's a Harrier egg plane, isn't it?
Oh, that's cool as fuck. I do like that. That's another chibi build. Tiger.
Yeah.
Another chibi build. Oh, he's done all the chibi stuff. Is that a Plenum?
Yeah, it's a B-17.
Oh, B-17, okay.
F-22 Raptor.
That's quite nice with the Dio. That's is it Russian?
Yeah, it looks like a checkpoint.
That's some of his medic stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
That looks like Boba Fett.
Yeah. Oh, that's no Boba Fett.
Nah.
He's done quite a lot. I like this one because he did do a whole Dio of that. That's a Landy.
The Lambulance, isn't it?
Yeah. That looks Russian to me. No?
Yeah. Back to the Spitfire again.
He's done all right for a year of building. I haven't built anything. Right, Sue's been building a Tiger tank.
Yeah, that's the first tank she's ever built, that is.
Yeah. That looks nice. I mean, I know nothing about realism. But to me, it looks like a tank that there's no tracks on.
Yeah, it's what she's working on. She's putting it on a diorama at the minute.
Ah, right, okay. Frank apparently likes crisps. Now, Frank's been doing a Tamiya Mitsubishi GTO. Ooh. Nice car. He's not lighting this one up, though. Yeah, I need to expand my model making into cars. That says, yeah, I'm going to come back off of this, so I will close Smooth Cave, come back to StreamYard, take that off that, and come back on this. So yeah, just a wee look at what's happening in the cave. What's Frankie saying? Well, ride some designs in, going, what's going on, Gordon? I don't know, strange guy. Frankie's going, what do you think is the best size to do a first figure? Is bigger one better for a beginner or a smaller one? It depends how good you are at detail painting, I think. I think the eyes is the hardest part. So for me, bigger is easier to do the eyes.
It also depends on the subject matter as well, don't it?
Yeah. Luke's helis are very nice. Yeah, Luke Carswell is ex-military and he spent a lot of time in Afghan and all that sort of thing. So he has got a first-person view into all of those vehicles. I think he was a army medic. He's now a paramedic, but yeah. Right. I appreciate this was a random live stream and not too many people are awake, especially in the UK. They're just waking up and going, oh, it's windy and it's raining. I suppose what I'm trying to put forward is this is a random live stream. It's just myself and John on, who are sitting chatting. I'm thinking about doing a Saturday night thing again. It might just be myself. Maybe John pops in, maybe another guest pops in. Is there any interest? Again, comments in the section down below. This was just a random thing. I know I'm sort of concentrating on the electricity side. I haven't quite got back into the model making. My mojo isn't quite there yet. What do you guys want to see? If we were doing a group build on the Smooth Cave, what should we be looking at for parameters of what models or whatever? Have you any input, John, on the group build thing? I want to do a group build. I want to do a prize, but I'm not sure of where to aim it.
Well, basically, see what feedback you get on what people want to have a go at doing. The wider your scope, the more chance you've got of more people taking part.
I would rather people did something out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't want to spend 25 quid. It's got to be low value.
Yeah.
Or easy to obtain. If you spend 10 or 15 pounds in the kit, you don't really worry if it's the best or whatever. It's kind of where I'm putting it at. But then some people might go, I don't think there should be a monetary limit.
Well, this is it. Ideally, you want something that you've already got in your stash to build.
Or if not, something you would like to build, and regardless of the money, give it a go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So looking at feedback, again, as I say, either put it in the comments down below or on Smooth Cave. I want to do a group build. Not sure whether it should be cars or years or aeroplanes or whatever. Either feedback on Smooth Cave or in the comments down below, and we will try and organise a competition. Possibly running, I think 3 to 4 months is a reasonable time, and see who's interested and who wants to take part. And the other thing really is anybody interested in Saturday night lives again, even if it is just me shooting the breeze with you, model making related or not. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where we're at. We've done an hour. I think we shall all say thank you to everybody that's joined in. I appreciate a lot of our normal viewers are asleep at this time of night.
Yeah.
But looking forward to the comments below. You'll get the usual, sorry I missed it. We're awake at weird times. Not your problem. Do you want to join in on a group build? What would you like to build? What have you got in your stash? Stuff like that, I think, John, really. Hey, it's like getting a lot of people involved without having to spend a lot of money.
Yep.
So I think we'll call it quits for tonight. Thank you, everybody that's joined in. And if you're interested in me attempting to do Saturday Night Lives again, YouTube gives you a comments section down below. Use it. Even if it's like, Terry, bugger off. Can't be arsed watching you. Or, yeah, and I'd like to see more of, like I said, John is really quite clued up on his aeroplanes and stuff like that, and his motorcycles. Do you want more information on that? And should we concentrate in one night on a section on motorcycles and aeroplanes? It's up to you guys. So whilst I'm getting rid of the tail end of my man flu, and I'm in the future with my time machine. Thank you all for joining us. We'll catch you on the next live feed and speak to you later. Bye.
Bye.
John, you got the button?
Nah. I've got the pin.